McRetroJunkie.net.
Welcome to another video. This one is the Aiwa Mega CD. I'm attempting to repair the main board, which has some significant damage to the actual PCB itself. So far I've fixed 3 traces. The looking blob of solder that was cracked, so I just soldered over it. 3 points connect. I've got this green wire added in and this green wire, and that pretty much fixes that entire side of the board, which is fantastic. Now we need to focus on fixing this area here, just most of the, well, right hand side if I had it the right way around. As you can see up here, I've gone through and I've been checking the continuity between this is completely cracked through there. A bit further around here, this crack has destroyed at least those 3, possibly that one, right around there. We go further down, it's another, no, that's glue. That's definitely a bit of a break there. And up here, we also had some damage going in across this area. So that'll need to be fixed up, these tracks that run around to here. So yeah, a little bit of work to be done. Keep watching and I'll update this video as we go. And we're back. I have no idea how much time has elapsed. I've been watching The Avengers, which seems to be quite a good movie compared to what was I watching earlier? It was terrible. Anyway, I like Iron Man. He's pretty cool. So, Mega CD. Now I've been tapping on wires like there's no tomorrow. Started at the top, added that little one first, worked my way across here. One of these, second one along there went to 2 separate snapped points, so that should be okay. That particular port that I'm wiring to is labelled to CD board, which isn't key for getting power, but this part I believe is a little bit more. And we're getting down toward there. So started up here, worked my way down, ran out of green wire, started using orange. It's a bit messy down here where it's snapped in 2 parts. And I've got to go down to around here. This is the next sort of area. I'll double check all this while watching The Avengers, and we'll see how we go. So I'll be back in a few seconds to show you where we're at. Well, I've just managed to find where one of the biggest problems were. Running from one transistor, 2 of the legs were not connecting properly to anything. As you can probably see there, that bit of wire has been added. That's the transistor there, those 3 points. 1, 2, 3. And one was okay, another one's still damaged. It's just the middle one's damaged. It runs to there, but it's cracked. It runs over here. So we're getting there. Progress, little by little. Maybe I'm just getting lazy, but I've started just scraping away at the trace where the damage is, and just adding a blob of solder. Where can you see it well? Up here. Wow, that's out of focus. What a mess. Under that wire there, those 2 traces were just scraped away and a bit of solder added. This one runs from the transistor, so I figured it should probably have a proper cable. These ones are all okay now along here, these three, because I joined it up using that blob of solder, which then runs back here, which runs to this blob, which runs all the way up here, the third one there. As you can see, it's quite complicated, but we're getting there. This is the main switch here that decides what's on, so radio, CD or tape deck. So obviously if the switch wasn't getting power, it wouldn't have done things when you flick it between certain things. So right now the only ones that I really need to do, I don't have to worry about that thankfully. Wait, I don't need to worry about it, I need to fix that. Jeez, what am I talking about? So I'll fix that up. And I just got to worry about these ones down here. Everything here upward is good. So we're getting there. We might be able to test it tonight if I'm lucky. Stay tuned. My back's killing me. This desk is just too high. But let's just have a look here what we've done. Alright. I think I'm done, by the way. We're very, very close. So as you can see, the switch mechanism, I guess it's just a switch between radio, FM and all that, now has these two fellas coming out of it. Though I attempted to bridge the solder thing here, it did not work very well and just ended up flux going everywhere. So I just decided to go the long way home. That one wires down there from up there. We also had one more which went to what looks to be some sort of ground, given that everything joins into it. I added the cable wire over here between those two, so that little bit of board is alive. Oh, I did discover that I'd miswired this somehow. I'd had not the track with the orange one, but the one next to it, which goes up to the... Anyway. This one here is meant to go into the bottom one on the transistor. I had on the middle one. That could have fried something pretty bad, so I'm glad I picked that up. But now I'm going to just go ahead and do some continuity tests, and if all's good, I'm going to hook it into power, and that'll be the next part of this video. Okay, so here we are with a power test. I'm hoping for no flames. No flames, red light. This is extremely promising. What's next? Try flicking over to a different mode. The board isn't really sitting in. I don't want to scrape any of my newly soldered wires. So that red light means success. To this point, at least it has power. Which is good. It means the transformer is not dead. Means that other things on the board might still work as well. Alright, next step is to get sound coming out of it. Which means hooking in the speakers and activating radio mode.